Money is more than just a medium of exchange. It is the foundation on which the American dream is built. In the United States, opportunity is everywhere. You can start a small business from your garage, create an online brand, invest in real estate, or climb the corporate ladder. Yet the reality is that millions of Americans struggle financially not because of lack of opportunity, but because of mindset. Your financial situation is often the reflection of your money mindset, the beliefs, habits, and attitudes you carry toward wealth, saving, and success. Think about it. Two people can earn the same income, but one ends up in constant debt while the other builds investments and achieves freedom. What makes the difference? It is not the paycheck, it is the mindset. The United States rewards creativity, persistence, and smart financial habits. With the right mindset, even someone starting at zero can build a legacy. But with a negative or limited mindset, even high-income earners can lose everything. This is why developing a success-oriented money mindset is critical. It shapes how you see opportunities, how you handle challenges, and how you grow your wealth. If you want to unlock financial freedom in America, your journey begins in the mind. Most people in the USA grow up hearing phrases like, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, or you have to work hard all your life to survive. These beliefs seem harmless, but actually limit your potential. They create mental barriers that stop you from thinking big and pursuing opportunities. The truth is, money is not evil, and wealth does not make you a bad person. Money is simply a tool, a form of energy that flows where it is managed wisely. If you see money as scarce, you will always live in fear of losing it. But if you see it as abundant, you will open your eyes to countless opportunities to earn and grow. Many Americans limit themselves by thinking they cannot start investing until they are rich, or that financial freedom is reserved for the lucky few. In reality, countless ordinary people, from teachers to immigrants to small-town entrepreneurs, have built wealth by breaking those limiting beliefs and choosing to think differently. The first step toward financial motivation is identifying which negative beliefs you are carrying and replacing them with empowering ones. When you believe wealth is possible for you, your actions begin to align with that belief. Positive thinking is not just a motivational slogan, it is a powerful financial strategy. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you achieve. If you wake up every day expecting bills, debt, and financial stress, your brain will focus only on problems. But if you train your mind to focus on opportunities, solutions, and growth, you begin to notice things that were invisible before. An investment option, a side hustle idea, a better career move. Positive financial thinking does not mean ignoring reality. It means approaching challenges with solutions instead of complaints. For example, if someone loses their job, one person might say, "I'm finished, I'll never recover." Another might say, "This is my chance to start the business I always wanted." Same event, different mindset, completely different outcome. In the USA, where innovation and self-starting are rewarded, positive thinking has transformed lives. It gave rise to Silicon Valley, small-town millionaires, and self-made entrepreneurs. Positive financial thinking fuels motivation, and motivation fuels action, the key ingredients of money success. Every person in America has a money story, a personal history with finance shaped by childhood experiences, culture, and environment. Some grew up in families where money was always tight, where every dollar was counted, and financial stress was a constant shadow. Others grew up in abundance, learning early that money can be multiplied and invested. Whether you realize it or not, your money story still influences your present decisions. If your story was filled with fear, you might avoid investing or taking risks. If it was filled with abundance, you might feel more confident about opportunities. The good news is, your money story is not fixed. You can rewrite it. You can take control and choose new financial lessons that serve your future, not your past. Think of your money story like a script. If the first half of the movie was filled with struggle, you can change the ending into one of triumph. By consciously building a new mindset through reading, learning, practicing gratitude, and setting goals, you shift your story from one of survival to one of success. Scarcity thinking says, "There's not enough for me." Abundance thinking says, "There's always enough to go around and I can create more." In the United States, the land of innovation, this mindset difference is life-changing. A scarcity thinker might say, all the good jobs are taken, the economy is bad, and I can't get ahead. An abundance thinker will look at the same economy and say, there's a new skill I can learn, a side hustle I can start, or a problem I can solve. The mindset shift is not about ignoring challenges, but about seeing opportunities where others see limitations. Abundance thinkers attract more wealth because they are open to possibilities. Scarcity thinkers often miss out because they focus on fear. When you develop abundance thinking, you stop competing for crumbs and start creating your own pie. You realize money is not fixed. It grows, multiplies, and expands when used wisely. That belief gives you courage to invest, to learn, to try again after failures. Abundance mindset is the secret fuel behind financial motivation and wealth creation in the USA. One of the best proofs of the money success mindset is real-life stories. Consider the story of Chris Gardner, once homeless in San Francisco, who refused to let his circumstances define him. His mindset of persistence and belief eventually turned him into a successful stockbroker and millionaire, inspiring the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. Or look at Barbara Corcoran, who started as a waitress and a secretary, but with a shift in mindset became a real estate mogul and investor on Shark Tank. Across America, countless ordinary people, immigrants, single parents, workers in small towns, have changed their financial destiny by changing their mindset first. They decided to think differently about money, to see possibilities instead of limits, and to stay motivated even when others doubted them. These stories remind us that wealth is not reserved for the privileged few. It is available to anyone willing to adopt a money success mindset and take action. When you hear these stories, ask yourself, why not me? Motivation is the engine that powers your financial journey. Without it, knowledge and opportunity remain unused. Motivation pushes you to start saving even when it feels difficult. It gives you the courage to invest in your first stock, real estate, or business. It helps you resist impulsive spending because you are focused on long-term goals. In America, opportunities are everywhere, but without motivation, people often procrastinate or give up too soon. Think about New Year's resolutions. Millions set financial goals every January, but by February, most have quit. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is sustained motivation. A motivated person says no to short-term pleasures so they can say yes to long-term freedom. They research, plan, and stay disciplined. Motivation makes you take financial risks intelligently rather than avoiding them out of fear. It makes you take action when others only dream. Your financial success is not just about knowing what to do, it's about staying motivated to actually do it. In the financial world, both mindset and skill set matter. But mindset comes first. You can learn all the skills of budgeting, investing, and entrepreneurship, but without the right mindset, you won't apply them consistently. A person with skills but no belief may hesitate forever, but a person with belief and determination will find a way to acquire the necessary skills. In the USA, some of the most successful entrepreneurs did not start with advanced degrees or technical expertise. They started with vision, belief, and relentless determination. Skills can be taught. Mindset must be developed. Of course, once you build a strong money mindset, you should pair it with financial skills like budgeting, investing, and debt management. But the foundation is always mindset. If you believe wealth is possible for you, you will put in the effort to gain the skills. If you doubt yourself, no amount of knowledge will help. Mindset is the driver, skill set is the vehicle. Together, they take you to financial success. Discipline is where money mindset becomes action. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Financial self-discipline means making the right choices consistently, saving a portion of your income, avoiding unnecessary debt, investing regularly, and living below your means while aiming above average. In the USA, where credit cards, online shopping, and constant advertisements tempt you to spend, discipline is your strongest defense. Many people know they should save, but they don't. They know they should avoid debt, but they swipe the card anyway. The difference between financial struggle and financial success often comes down to discipline. Self-discipline is not punishment, it is freedom. It means you control money instead of money controlling you. Each time you say no to a short-term temptation, you are saying yes to long-term wealth. With practice, discipline becomes habit, and habit becomes lifestyle. That lifestyle builds financial success over time. Wealth is not built overnight. It is built through habits repeated over years. Your money mindset shapes your habits, and your habits shape your future. If you make saving automatic, it becomes second nature. If you make investing a habit, your wealth grows consistently. If you read financial books or listen to motivational podcasts daily, your mindset expands continuously. In America, wealth is rarely about luck. It is about habits. Think of Warren Buffett, who started investing as a teenager and made it a lifelong habit. Or everyday Americans who automate their 401k contributions and watch their retirement funds grow. On the other hand, bad habits, overspending, ignoring budgets, avoiding investments, trap people in cycles of struggle. The secret to financial motivation is making good habits easy and automatic. Small daily actions like saving $10, avoiding one unnecessary expense, or learning one new thing about finance compound over time into massive success. Habits are the bridge between mindset and wealth. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools in shaping your money success mindset. Athletes visualize winning before they ever step on the field. Entrepreneurs visualize their companies succeeding before they make a single sale. You can do the same with your finances. Close your eyes and picture yourself debt-free, with investments growing, your dream home paid for, or traveling the world without financial stress. When you visualize your goals clearly and repeatedly, your brain begins to accept them as possible and starts working toward them. Visualization triggers motivation because it gives you a reason to push through challenges. Instead of focusing only on present struggles, you keep your eyes on the prize. For Americans, this practice is especially powerful in a culture where financial goals can often feel overwhelming. College loans, housing costs, healthcare bills. When you visualize the future you want, you remind yourself why the sacrifice is worth it. Every dollar saved, every investment made, every smart decision becomes part of that bigger picture. The more vividly you see your financial freedom, the more motivated you stay to make it real. Carol Dweck's concept of the growth mindset is often discussed in education and business, but it is equally important in finance. A growth mindset means you believe you can improve, learn, and get better over time. In money matters, this means you don't stay stuck in your current situation. You keep looking for ways to grow. If you don't understand investing today, you can learn. If you have debt now, you can work your way out. A fixed mindset says, I'm just bad with money. I'll always be broke. A growth mindset says, I can improve my money skills and my future will be different. This shift is vital in the USA, where opportunities for growth are abundant but often hidden behind challenges. With a growth mindset, every failure becomes a lesson. Every setback is temporary. Every mistake is a chance to improve. Americans who adopt this mindset turn financial struggles into stepping stones for success. They see money not as something fixed, but as something that grows with their effort and learning. Words shape beliefs, and beliefs shape actions. Daily affirmations are a practical way to train your brain for money success. By speaking positive, empowering statements each morning, you program your mind to expect growth and abundance. Examples include, I am capable of achieving financial freedom. I control money. Money does not control me. I attract opportunities to grow wealth. These statements may feel strange at first, but repeated daily, they change the way you see yourself. In the USA, where the culture often pressures people into debt and overspending, affirmations help you resist negativity and stay focused on your goals. Many successful Americans, from business leaders to athletes, use affirmations to build confidence. The same technique can fuel your financial journey. Each day you declare your success, you strengthen your mindset. Over time, your actions align with those affirmations. You begin to save more, invest more, and chase bigger opportunities, not because someone told you to, but because you truly believe you can succeed. Most Americans are trained from childhood to be consumers. Advertisements, sales, and trends constantly encourage you to spend. But wealthy people think differently. They focus on investing rather than consuming. A consumer mindset asks, what can I buy to enjoy now? An investor mindset asks, where can I put my money so it grows for the future? For example, a consumer may buy the latest iPhone on credit, while an investor may buy Apple stock and let it pay for future phones. The shift from consumer to investor is one of the most powerful changes you can make. It doesn't mean you never spend. It means you prioritize putting money into assets before liabilities. In the USA, opportunities to invest are everywhere: stocks, real estate, businesses, retirement accounts. When you train yourself to think like an investor, every dollar becomes a seed for future growth. Instead of chasing temporary pleasures, you focus on building long-term freedom. That shift in mindset is the foundation of financial motivation. Money and time are deeply connected, yet most people overlook this truth. In the USA, many trade hours for dollars in jobs, but true financial success comes from breaking that trade. Time is the most valuable resource. You can always earn more money, but you can never create more time. A money success mindset understands this and looks for ways to leverage time through smart financial decisions. Investing early is one of the best examples. A young person who invests $200 a month in their 20s can retire a millionaire, while someone who waits until their 40s has to save 5 times as much for the same result. Why? Because time multiplies money through compound interest. Another connection is how you spend your hours. Do you spend free time watching endless TV or learning new financial skills? Do you waste weekends on distractions or use them to build a side hustle? Your financial freedom depends not just on money management, but also on time management. When you value your time, you begin to value your money more. Fear holds more Americans back financially than lack of knowledge. People fear losing money, making mistakes, or being judged if they fail. But failure is not the enemy, fear is. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, or business person has failed multiple times. What separates them from the rest is their ability to keep going. If you are afraid of losing $1,000, you might miss the chance to make $10,000. If you are afraid of rejection, you might never pitch your business idea. In the USA, where the culture often celebrates success but hides the failures behind it, it's important to remember that mistakes are part of the journey. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. In finance, each mistake teaches you something: how to budget better, how to research before investing, how to avoid scams. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as feedback. With that mindset, every setback becomes a step toward success. Motivation is powerful, but it doesn't last forever. That's why so many Americans start financial plans strong in January and lose momentum by March. The reason is simple. Motivation is emotional, and emotions change. To sustain motivation, you need systems, habits, and accountability. For example, automate your savings so you don't have to rely on willpower. Set clear goals with deadlines, not vague dreams. Surround yourself with like-minded people who also value financial growth. In the USA, support systems are everywhere: online communities, financial podcasts, accountability groups. Use them to stay inspired. Another way to sustain motivation is to track your progress. When you see your debt shrinking or your investments growing, it reignites your drive. Motivation is like a fire. It starts with a spark, but you must keep adding fuel. The right mindset understands this and builds structures to keep the fire alive. Gratitude might seem unrelated to money, but it plays a powerful role in your financial journey. A grateful mindset keeps you focused on what you already have rather than what you lack. This shift reduces stress, builds confidence, and opens your mind to new opportunities. In the USA, where materialism often drives people to want more and more, gratitude brings balance. Instead of comparing yourself to others and feeling poor, you appreciate your current resources and use them wisely. Grateful people are also more motivated to grow. They see money as a blessing, not a burden. Gratitude also attracts positive energy. When you appreciate what you have, you attract people, opportunities, and ideas that multiply your wealth. It prevents you from falling into the trap of endless dissatisfaction. The most successful Americans often practice gratitude daily. They write down what they are thankful for, celebrate small wins, and stay humble. Gratitude keeps your money mindset healthy and sustainable. Financial success in the USA is rarely instant. Building wealth takes years of consistent effort, and this long timeline discourages many. When results are slow, people give up. But those who stay motivated understand that small progress still counts. For example, paying off $500 of debt may feel small compared to a $20,000 balance, but it is still a step forward. Saving $100 a month may seem tiny, but over decades it becomes a fortune. To stay motivated, focus on the journey, not just the destination. Celebrate milestones along the way. Remind yourself of the bigger vision: financial freedom, security for your family, the ability to give back. Americans who succeed financially don't wait for overnight results. They stay consistent when others quit. Remember, compound growth is invisible at first. It looks small and slow, but over time it explodes into massive results. Your mindset must learn to trust the process even when results are not yet visible. The entrepreneurial mindset is one of the strongest paths to financial motivation in the USA. Entrepreneurs see problems as opportunities and risks as chances for growth. Even if you don't start a business, adopting an entrepreneurial mindset can transform your finances. It means thinking creatively about income, being willing to try new ideas, and not relying solely on one paycheck. In a world where job security is uncertain, this mindset is invaluable. Entrepreneurs focus on creating value, and in return, they create wealth. They are not afraid of failure, they learn from it. They are not limited by resources, they find ways to make things happen. Many of America's greatest financial success stories, from Steve Jobs to Oprah Winfrey, came from individuals who thought like entrepreneurs. But you don't need to be famous to benefit. Even starting a small online business, renting out a property, or creating a side hustle builds the entrepreneurial spirit. With this mindset, you stop waiting for opportunities and start creating them. Investing is one of the greatest tools for building wealth, but it requires confidence as well as knowledge. In the USA, where markets can fluctuate wildly, many avoid investing out of fear. They keep their money in savings accounts, earning almost nothing, while inflation quietly eats away at their wealth. A money success mindset sees investing not as gambling, but as planting seeds for the future. Confidence comes from education and patience. When you learn about stocks, real estate, or index funds, you understand that short-term ups and downs don't matter as much as long-term growth. Confidence also comes from starting small. You don't need thousands to begin. Just $50 or $100 invested consistently can turn into a large sum over time. Americans who invest with confidence allow compound growth to do the heavy lifting. They don't panic at every downturn. Instead, they see dips as discounts. The secret is not timing the market, but time in the market. Confidence transforms fear into opportunity, and that mindset is what separates those who struggle from those who thrive financially. Money management is not just about math, it's about psychology. In the USA, where consumer culture is strong, people are often driven by emotion rather than logic when it comes to spending. Marketers understand this and use psychology to influence purchases. Limited time offers, flashy sales, and buy now, pay later schemes. To succeed financially, you must flip the script and use psychology to your advantage. This means building habits that make saving automatic and enjoyable, while making overspending harder. For example, setting up automatic transfers to a savings account tricks your brain into treating saving as normal. Using cash for discretionary spending helps you feel the real cost of purchases. On the other hand, delaying gratification, waiting a week before buying something, reduces impulse shopping. Understanding the psychology behind your choices gives you control. The money success mindset doesn't just ask, can I afford this, but also, does this align with my future goals? Saving becomes a source of pride, not punishment, because it represents discipline and freedom. Spending becomes intentional rather than impulsive. Financial success is not a straight path. It's full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected events. In America, you might face job loss, medical bills, recessions, or personal failures. What determines whether you rise or fall is resilience. Resilience means the ability to recover quickly and keep moving forward. A resilient money mindset does not crumble under pressure, it adapts. For example, if a business fails, a resilient entrepreneur learns from the mistakes and starts again. If debt builds up, a resilient person creates a plan, cuts expenses, and works through it. Many of the most successful Americans are not those who never faced hardship, but those who refused to stay down when they were knocked over. Resilience also keeps motivation alive during slow progress. It reminds you that temporary pain does not erase long-term goals. The truth is, financial resilience is a muscle. You build it by facing difficulties and refusing to quit. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your ability to handle the next one. With resilience, nothing can permanently block your path to money success. Relying on one paycheck is risky in today's world. Jobs can disappear, companies can close, and industries can change overnight. That's why one of the most powerful financial strategies in the USA is creating multiple streams of income. This could be a side hustle, rental income, dividends from stocks, online businesses, or freelance work. When you diversify income, you gain stability and freedom. Even if one stream dries up, others keep flowing. A money success mindset sees income generation as creative, not limited. Instead of asking, how can I earn more from my job, you ask, what other ways can I create value and earn income? Many Americans have turned hobbies into income streams: photography, writing, coaching, crafting. Others build passive income through real estate or digital products. The key is starting small and expanding over time. Each stream you build reduces financial stress and increases motivation. Instead of living paycheck to paycheck, you build a safety net and long-term wealth. Multiple streams of income are not just practical, they are empowering. Every financial journey encounters setbacks, but setbacks can become comebacks if you have the right mindset. In the USA, bankruptcy laws exist not to punish people forever, but to give them a chance to rebuild. History is full of people who came back stronger after failures. Walt Disney faced bankruptcy before creating his empire. Henry Ford's first businesses failed before Ford Motor Company succeeded. What made the difference was their mindset. They refused to let setbacks define them. When you face financial hardship, you have two choices: let it break you or let it build you. The comeback mindset focuses on lessons, not losses. It asks, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? This approach keeps motivation alive. Each comeback story proves that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone. In fact, comebacks often build stronger confidence and resilience than uninterrupted success. With the right mindset, your greatest financial setbacks can lead to your greatest breakthroughs. Patience is one of the most underrated money skills in America's fast-paced, instant gratification culture. People want quick returns, overnight success, and immediate wealth. But real financial success takes time. Investing, saving, and building businesses all require patience. The stock market rewards those who hold long-term. Real estate grows value over decades. Businesses often take years before they turn profitable. A money success mindset embraces patience because it understands that wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Patience also prevents costly mistakes. Many people panic and sell investments too early or rush into get-rich-quick schemes. Patient investors stay calm and let compound growth work. Patient savers stay consistent even when progress feels slow. In the USA, where so many chase the next big thing, patience is a competitive advantage. It allows you to stay focused when others quit. Wealth is not about who moves fastest, it's about who stays consistent the longest. Money without purpose can feel empty. That's why connecting your finances to your life goals is essential for lasting motivation. In America, many people chase wealth without asking why, and they often end up stressed or unfulfilled. A money success mindset ties financial goals to deeper values. Maybe your purpose is providing security for your family, giving back to your community, traveling the world, or living with freedom. When money becomes a tool to achieve that purpose, your motivation skyrockets. Every dollar saved and invested becomes meaningful. Purpose also helps you resist distractions. Instead of wasting money on temporary status symbols, you stay focused on goals that truly matter. Some of the most fulfilled wealthy people in the USA are those who align money with mission. They use wealth to build schools, create opportunities, or support causes they believe in. Purpose makes money more than numbers in a bank account. It makes it a force for positive impact. True financial motivation goes beyond your own lifetime. It looks at the future generations. Generational wealth means building assets, habits, and knowledge that your children and grandchildren can benefit from. In the USA, many families start with nothing but change the trajectory of their descendants through wise financial planning. This can include real estate, businesses, investments, or even teaching financial literacy. A money success mindset sees wealth not just as personal freedom, but as a legacy. Instead of passing down debt, you pass down assets. Instead of leaving children unprepared, you leave them with financial wisdom. Building generational wealth also changes family culture. It breaks cycles of poverty and creates cycles of opportunity. In America, where social mobility is possible but challenging, generational wealth is one of the strongest gifts you can create. It ensures your hard work benefits not only you, but also those who come after you. By now, you have seen that financial motivation is not just about numbers. It's about mindset, habits, resilience, and vision. The ultimate money success mindset combines several key principles: abundance thinking instead of scarcity, discipline instead of impulse, patience instead of rushing, gratitude instead of dissatisfaction, and purpose instead of aimlessness. With this blueprint, you can face any financial challenge in the USA with confidence. You understand that setbacks are temporary, investments are long-term, and habits are powerful. You commit to continuous learning, building multiple streams of income, and aligning money with purpose. This blueprint is not a one-time plan, it is a lifelong journey. Every day you choose to strengthen your mindset, you bring yourself closer to financial freedom. And as you live by this blueprint, you become an example to others, proving that wealth is not just about luck or background, it's about the mindset you choose. The journey to financial success in America starts and ends with your mindset. Your beliefs shape your actions shape your habits, and your habits shape your destiny. You don't need to be born rich, have perfect opportunities, or wait for the right time. You need to decide right now to adopt a money success mindset. Believe that wealth is possible for you. Stay motivated when the journey feels long. Build discipline and habits that align with your goals. Learn continuously, invest wisely, and never let fear stop you. Most importantly, connect money to a greater purpose so your financial freedom fuels not just comfort, but meaning. This is your moment to take control of your financial story. The United States is full of opportunities waiting for those who dare to believe, act, and persist. Your financial future is not written yet. It's waiting for you to create it. The time to begin is now.